Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons. This is Night's Journey of Dreams. We're on Helen's 4th night and there are some stairs. So, in the last episode, we bade a fond— yes, bade is the past tense of bid in this case— a fond farewell to Memory Forest and just everything about that level is— yeah. Anyway, hello Owl. Only the yellow idiot— that's the idiot of hope, by the way. And, there are stairs, because we've done this level. A kabub. We have done this level. Which, hang on a minute, isn't that one, like, classical song? Ba-ba-ba-back. That is a terrible joke, that's not even funny, shut up Tess. And then, ab. I would like to get A's across the board, but alas, we must attend to this mysterious staircase and whatever secrets it may hold on its other side.
Fools, you think to defy a god.
Wiseman! That's Wiseman?
Your infantile disobedience stops here. Now you will know my wrath.
Wiseman! How could you?
Have you not yet learned to hold your tongue?
Knights!
You leave me no choice but to remove your consciousness and replace it with another.
What?
And you, visitor, continue your search for your idiot amidst the whirling sea of darkness forever.
No! Helen!
So, the unconscious space, Bellbridge. But that's stained glass, though. That is a pretty stained glass thing, though. But, yeah.
I'm sorry, Mom. I think I finally understand. I realize what's most important to me. And I know that there are some things that just cannot be replaced. Mom, please, please give me the courage to protect what's important.
There it is. The first night's game had a level like this, and we've got one as well. And I don't remember the specifics, but just... yeah, there are streetlights. We're in a very twisted version of Bellbridge, and in order to progress, well, same thing as before. We need to go through these, well, this time we have to go through a locked door instead of a locked cage in order to progress, but hey, I mean, we're chasing Burb. Nothing has changed except, hey, you know those persona we've been collecting? Yeah, we can't use them because we're not playing as knights. Fortunately, those sparkle things have really generous hitboxes, so fear ye not about, missing them. And wait, Burb, come back! Burb, come back! We just passed the door whose thump I need to fwangle with you. By the way, be cautious because, these sparkles, like, they delete buildings, but they're buildings that would be in your way. Not to demonstrate or anything, that was completely accidental. Boop. You see? Now we have to go sort of above and around and just generally have a bad experience. So that's how Bellbridge works. As I understand it, it's much more forgiving than Twin Seeds of the first game, so, you know. And I do like it. It's got the music, the you know, good stuff is happening music. That, yeah, I was gonna say that there's no fucking way that was an A-worthy performance. Hey, I got a dream drop. That was, I saw it at the last second. But look at this. Is this not like, bearing in mind, the story hasn't had that much build-up in the grand scheme of things, but I do really like the payoff that you get, because you see a little bit of Bellbridge, you see a little bit of Helen and, well, Will's hometown as well. And to finally see it realised as the final level, and a heavily stylised final level as well, like, we've seen all these other crazy sort of mashed up, like, places that look like, you know, Memory Forest is like memories mashed with a forest. You know, Crystal Castle is a castle, but there's also glass and crystal everywhere. This is arguably the most normal level, which makes it the most abnormal level. It's just, look at this as well, it's such a pretty city. Made so by the Keep the City Pretty Committee, which is run by kitties. Now that said, there is a similar level in Will's story, which we'll get to in due course. We've seen a preview of it as well, when Helen was taken away by the pulsating pepperoni brigade at the start of Memory Forest, but, you know, one thing at a time. I think I saw a dream drop as well, but it's hard to tell. I keep forgetting that there are dream drops in this level as well, because they look so similar to these sparkle gooshes, which, I mean, I could call them something sensible, I could call them sparkle gooshes. What are you going to do? It would be nice if I could catch this bird before we complete this lap, though. Like that. No, I missed. I was in contact and then I missed, and I'm out of sparkle juice, so I can't speed. Let me speed. There we go, I spode. Because spode is the past tense of speed in the same way that bade is the past tense, except bade actually is the past tense of bid. Anyway, we're through the door. That was... I did better than a C. Oh, look, it's the train from the Volk. Oh, I was supposed to go down. Clearly telegraphed. If I get a bad grade, it's your fault, game. That said... So, in playing Helen's story first, we don't have much context here, but I'd rather it be this way around, because if you play Will's story first, then you just sort of save this girl that you've met twice. So I'd rather be saved by someone we've met twice than the alternative, and also those doors close slowly. If you do let them close, then you have to sort of boost through them in order to get through, so, you know, have some flavour of care. No. Okay. But one thing though, what the hell was the, like, music noise that started this particular track? And I've lost the course again. Let me through. Yeah, that's one thing. Because this level's so, like, sort of open looking, it is a bit hard to tell where you're supposed to go if you deviate too far up or down. But yeah, that weird sort of yell at the start of the course, like, what is that about? Or the music, rather. Like, that startled, not the shit out of me, but it startled me at least a little flavour when I first played this. Hey, we actually got the key on our first lap for once. And theoretically, I suppose we could just bop to the top and slip and slide and ride the rhythm, but hey, I'm getting links, so shut up. This is what Octopaw has been training us for. And we're at the top, so there's a Queen Bella-ass thing protecting the top of the tower, except we've broken it open. Oh, come on, why was that not worth an A? And now we can just sort of do laps because we're done here. We've got a B, a C, and a B. Is that somehow paradoxically worth an A over it all? Over the oven. Nope, okay, we got a B, that's fine, that's still a passing grade. So that being said...
It's okay. Don't worry about me. Thanks, you two. It's time. Get ready.
Knights, I am dismayed at your continued insolence. If only you had obeyed my will and accepted a new soul, at least your body could have lived on.
Shut up, Wiseman! We're not your puppets! No matter what you think! We can do things on our own! We won't be held back by anyone, because we have free will! I do have free will.
Fools to the end. That which I have created I can just as easily destroy. So be it. Your fate is now sealed.
Let's go. Helen? Will?
Show you the power of the god. Now, receive my judgment.
I do like from like their little defiant poses you could actually tell which knights is Helen knights and which one is Will knights, but we'll be able to see that more clearly in the oh, by the way, we're dolphins now. We'll be able to see more clearly once we get to know Will a bit better. Now, that's one thing. This boss is very similar to the original interpretation of the Wiseman fight, and it's not that hard, but don't worry. Also, Wiseman, like, apart from the sadism and the evil, does actually seem like a pretty chill guy. Just saying. Also, it is worth going through these green rings, just because you're going to need goosh power. Goosh to fight the douche. So, I forget what the advised kind of method here is. We have dragon power. We have fake wisemans or wise men. 3 wise men. I'm just gonna blast through like it ain't no ass. Do you want me to change back? Because it would help if you said so. And I was actually going for the rocket persona, but I missed, so it's fine. It's fine. Knights in dragon form is equally fun, except I'm now out of boost power, so it's, you know, ain't no thing. Pardon me booping into this rock, but yeah. Wiseman has never been that difficult of a final boss, but he's still very intimidating, so, you know, props where credit are due. In the plural. Ah, we took too long. That is one thing, though. Therein lies the challenge of the fight with Wiseman. Just make sure that you... I was going to say, make sure that you get adequate green, and we sort of didn't, so... I'm going to try and boost. I bounced off something, that's fine. I hit something because I bounced off something, that's slightly less fine. Like, I'm not quite sure what we're bouncing off here, but we are bouncing off something, which seems a bit unfair, because you can't really... Like, you can't really boost through that because it keeps knocking you back, which I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing here, because if that thing hits you, then you take damage, so why won't you just let us through? Let me through, Wiseman. Stop being a tinkleberry. See, I'm running out of time here, and it's all your fault. And we're back to the green phase. I've learned my lesson, I shall recharge. Because the thing is, the way this is designed, it does very much have using the personas in mind. So, don't be afraid of making use of them now that you've got them. Because then you actually can succeed. And look how little time we have left, and he still has 2 rounds left within him. So, I don't expect to succeed on this round. But hey, maybe we could beat his final form in 5 seconds. Never mind the fact that I'm mashing B and it won't accept me. Out of time! First failure of the series. There you go, that's what... I was totally demonstrating what happens if you fail. I will, meet you back in that boss. So here's the good news, well, actually the bad news first. You actually do have to replay the entirety of Bellbridge in order to get back here. But, on the plus side, I actually got an A that time. I can never remember which one the rocket one is. Okay, well, we got through this using rocket before, so this seems like an adequate use of my time. And rocket can just sort of blast through the fakes, which is helpful, because you don't want to blow your entire load on getting through the entire... Like, you need to make sure you have at least some boost left just for this part, because you just sort of spam B to get through his shield, and... I know I am sort of eating humble pie when I said that OK Wiseman isn't actually that difficult, but, I mean, that is true. He's a bit of a pushover, and that you have to sort of push through his barriers to get to him. Now, I want to try something here. Can I go the other way around and get to him from behind? It doesn't look like I can. So maybe I am supposed to boop these back then. Oh, no, okay, never mind. Maybe I just needed to run away. It's just, last time we did that form, I couldn't fight back, so... Ha. Oh, we have Dolphin Form, that's fine. Dolphin Form's easy. This is one that I think is the most similar to the original game, because there was an attack like this, except instead of water, it's tornadoes. So, you know, mind the tornadoes. And shut up with your 5 penalties, I will faith. Shut up with your 5 penalties, I will faith. By the way, the whole speech about, oh, free will, when was that part of the discourse of this game, question mark? See, the fact that he's doing this attack again makes me feel like I'm supposed to do something here, and... Am I supposed to boop them back? Or am I just supposed to barrel through them? Because I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing here that... Yeah, okay, I did something there. I thought that was maybe like a time waster attack, but no, just... Okay, that's it. That's it, we've beaten Wiseman. That was only a times 1.2, but hey, I already had an A because of Nightopia, so shut your foof door. Close the door that leads to your foof. I'm not really sure how I could have done that any quicker, to be perfectly honest, so... Boo you. But hey, that's Helen's story.
I am the creator of nightmare. Heed my words. As long as darkness exists within the hearts of humans, then I and the nightmares shall never be destroyed.
And that's the entire game. I swear there is no more game left to game, except there's an entire other... Like, this is the halfway mark. In fact, just under, because Will's story is actually a tiny bit longer, which is half why I saved it for second. Sort of, I'll explain when we get there. By the way, can I just take a moment to appreciate that in the first game, the female character... I mean, I'm talking over the song, it's a beautiful song, and there is a different version for Will versus for Helen. But in the first game, the female character, Clarice, her nightmare involves going to an audition and flubbing it up and being, like, severely ridiculed and judged by the audition people. Helen's nightmare isn't about going to the concert and performing badly, it's about letting her mother down. How sweet is that? That she doesn't have so much pride as to think that, oh no, if I play the violin badly, the crowd will swallow me up like that one stage in Lammy. But no, she's worried about letting her mother down, and if that's not the sweetest piece of shit I've ever seen, and it sounds like I'm hamming it up, but no, really. Helen's story does hit home in a sort of, like, it's a good concept that's put together in a way that... I like it, is what I'm trying to say here. Now, I'm sort of watching the FMV in the corner there. By the way, I love how Helen's hair looks in these sequences. And the ending that you're seeing here is actually Helen's good ending, because we got C or higher in all missions. And I was going to say, I don't remember whether that FMV is just replaying the opening cutscene or if it's like different, like this is what happened the morning after all. She didn't really get chased by demons, but nope, that's just the opening scene. But yeah, Helen's hair is so pretty. She sort of looks like a Barbie doll, but I mean that in a good way. So, of the two, overall, Helen's story is my favourite for a number of reasons, but Will's is also very good, and also the whole speech about free will. You have free Helen also. Don't forget about her, Knights. Now, I do have a lot to say about Knights as a character and the symbolism of Belbridge overall, but that's going to wait until the end of the series when I'll have a certain mystery guest to discuss, like I always do when I have a dream-themed game. Which sort of implies that I think that Honey Pop is a dream-themed game, but no, we had a third guest for that, so it's fine. I'm rambling. I don't know, I know that the content of this game is a bit questionable, the animations are a bit janky, the line deliveries aren't great? Question mark? But this is still a good game, and I think it works as a sequel, and this is a discussion that I've had before. I like what they've done with this game in having... There's a standard Knightsy mission that follows the formula of the first game, but then you have 3 other missions that flesh out what goes on in each of like the characters' Knightopias. Whereas the first game, it's just do 4 laps, and if you complete the lap as quickly as you can, then you're going to get a bad rank because it's all about score attack, and this isn't. This is about going through the levels as levels rather than arcade games, and I like that. Obviously, it depends what you want out of the game, but I enjoy that. I would rather get a good grade for beating a level efficiently rather than getting a bad grade for doing it the way I'd want to do it versus get, like, once you, in the first game, instead of catching a bird, you deliver 20 blue chips to this thing that's got an idiot captive. And after that, you get a score multiplier for everything you collect, so you can keep doing laps to run down the clock, and then that adds to your score. And that game's all about getting a good score, and obviously you need to get at least a C in order to unlock Twin Seeds, which is that game's version of Belbridge. Whereas with this, there is no such restriction, despite what I thought before. But more importantly, I feel like the grading is fairer. I mean, I still feel like maybe there should have been an F after all, because imagine how pleasing that would look as well, the grade thing spinning around, and like the green of the D, the blue E, then like a purple F, and how that would sort of flip back into the pink of the A, and maybe they wanted to make it look visually distinct, and I can respect that also. Now, one thing. When I was but a child, I thought that maybe the voice actors in this game were all British, but now I'm like, maybe they're like Australian or New Zealandish or something, and they're just trying to, because like, it's not 100%, but like I said, the voice work I can live with. I do feel as though this game would benefit from like an HD remaster, maybe like a 2-in-1 game that's got like the first game and this, but they're all... I know there is like an HD version sort of Nights into Dreams. It's on Steam. I think it was released on PS2 in Japan as well. It'd be nice to have this get the same kind of treatment, just to polish up the animation, polish up the voice work, and maybe give it the love it deserves. But I'm only halfway through making my case. We still have Will's story to go, but more importantly, we have the rest of Helen's ending, unless you need to beat both stories in order to see that, which would... I don't remember. I think we have more, though. Oh, hey, we've got concept artwork, I forgot about that. I don't remember why that is. Is it just because we beat her story? Is it because we got a good ending? Is it because we got, like, 6 dream drops? I don't know. We will never know. And with that, we're back at the main menu. So, yeah, I think we get the rest of her ending once we beat both Will and Helen. So, here's the main menu, since I don't think I've shown it in this series yet, but let's have a look at Helen's dream journal, just since we're here, since we can. This is the summary of Helen's story. It's currently sunny in my dream, by the way, just in case you were wondering. And this is just a summary of everything that you've seen in this half of the series, and I'll do this for Will as well, just so you can... Also, I do like the pictures there, and it reminds me of a certain other game that I'm going to Let's Play at some point, probably next summer, that has an atlas of levels and the little pictures of them, and it's nice, and you'll get to that when we get to that. I'm not quite sure what those things in the corner underneath my dream are all about, but hey. And we got a B for Bellbridge. I deserved an A, because I got A's on laps 1 and 2, no, 1 and 3, and a B on lap 2, and then a... Wiseman's so unforgiving. And look! Somehow, there are 2 dream drops in the Dreamgate that we've not obtained. So many... There were 2 in Bellbridge somehow that I completely bypassed. Look at all those ones that we just didn't get. I got 2 in Memory Forest. That's like 7 overall. That's still way more than I was expecting. And then, of course, as you can see, there's all of Will's levels left to look through as well. And hey, a friend roster. We could totally make use of that, except we can't. Anyway, I'm rambling. I have been, and will continue to be, Tessellating Hexagons, and in the next episode of Knight's Journey of Dreams, we'll head into Will's dream and see how his side of the story played out. So, I will see you then.